talk about fats. Basically, there's a number that you pretty much have to have at some point. But, we like it, somewhere I like it. Anytime you're gaining muscle, around 30% of your total calories. Somewhere around there is more than enough to get that done. Because when it's too low, there is some science around it. Testosterone levels are a little low at that particular point. Okay, and always get your omega-3s. Now, we know how many people don't eat fish. And if you don't eat fish, then you definitely want to incorporate a supplement here for your omega-3s. Those are the most important fatty acids you could possibly get. And it says at least 8 ounces a week. We've kind of changed that recommendation there. That's just kind of leftover science. We're up to that place now where if you really want to get your omega-3 index, which is the level of EPA and DHA we measure in the erythrocytes, in the blood, we measure it there. If you want to get to that index level of 8 to 11, which is where we see the best health benefits of all, then it's going to probably take about almost double that actually a week. So that's why so many people do take the supplement. That's why it's become probably the world's most popular supplement next to a multivitamin mineral. And of course, if you're vegan, you don't eat marine sources, and those are the only ones that have been proven to be good. But the algae is what the fish eat in order to get it in their body. So there are algae omega-3 supplements for vegans. Okay. All right, carbohydrates is what's left. At the end of the day, I do it the opposite. Some scientists go, well, because carbohydrates are essential, and we do have essential fatty acids, we do obviously protein is the most important of all, then whatever makes you satisfy that, and then carbohydrates are left. I do the opposite, because if you're gaining muscle and you're a performance athlete, protein, we got to go number one no matter what. That's not even an option. And then carbohydrates are number two. And somewhere between 50 to 60% of your calories during muscle gains is what's important. If we start moving down, if we're trying to minimize, if we're trying to make sure that we also lose fat, then it can go a little lower. But somewhere about 25%, and when you get somewhere around 50 to 60% of your calories is going to be you're going to build muscle. It also helps with testosterone levels to have a little bit more. And you have to have the energy, not just to power through a workout, better workouts, better results, but also to rebuild, to build muscle. It takes energy, all right? So when you start getting too low, good things don't happen. All right, so and also it also delivers things that you can't get from other foods, right? So as long as you're taking some whole grain stuff as well. So daily amounts, if you're going to do the number, if you look at that number, what is it? It's almost exactly 2 times what your protein number is. When you're trying to build muscle, it goes down significantly. Like you look at the 1.4 if you're trying to minimize fat during muscle gain, but you have to remember you may not build as much muscle during that. So I don't mind any of the athletes I've worked with for all the years, especially some of the Mr. Olympias and so forth, getting ready for competition in the off season, putting on a little bit of body fat at the same time, so we can get a little more muscle.